Good. How are you?
Good, right?
Good. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. Very nice.
Chilled
Yes.
out. Were you here or did you?
No, I was here. Yes. Well, I headed back. Headed back on the day. But no, very nice. Thank you. Well, what is always going to happen is that any racial events in our game, which we are trying as hard as we can to eradicate, are always going to happen. And you hope that it's something that doesn't escalate. Sometimes when times are harder, then they become more prevalent. But racism holds no place in our game. It holds no place in society. But unfortunately, there are always going to be incidences. What I've always thought about and what I've always spoke about is about inclusion in our game. And inclusion in our game means management at top level, management at board level, management at if I'm looking at the FAs and your Premier Leagues, is having that type of inclusion in the top roles, and of course I've spoke for many occasions on what I felt about the lack of black managers at the highest level as such. And as I say, I think what is good for our game is total inclusion, and I think that's what everybody wants to see.
And just on
I think the only thing that can be done by all clubs is, I think, what all clubs do, and I think credit to all clubs. I think if there are incidences anywhere, I think the clubs are very quickly on that, and that's banning supporters and that are deemed to making racial comments and so. So I think the clubs are very much on top of what they see, but it's making sure that if we're talking about eradicating something from our game or society, it's about a culture, and making sure that we are in a position where we would like to be, where people are respectful of all colours and creeds. In our work, of course, against the opposition and trying to get the best out of our game, then you have to try and pick any type of areas that you have to try and nullify. But when you're playing against the likes of Chelsea, of course, they have so many good options and so many threats that it's very difficult to cope with all of them. Probably the most important thing for us is it's about our game. We know that we will have to defend well against a very good Chelsea side that when they break and when they counter very fast. We know we will have to defend well, but we have to be in the game ourselves. And the least amount of time that we're in the game, it means it gives them opportunities. So yes, we have to be mindful of the quality that they've got, but we want to be in the game ourselves.
you mentioned